What's up everyone, it's Sam. I'm pretty excited because I can show you today a couple of the Robinhood referrals I've gotten recently and what I've been buying this week. So stay through to the end to hear everything about the stocks that I'm buying, why I'm buying them, and some exciting things going forward that I'm excited to do with you guys and to have a little bit more interaction with you. So I apologize if I'm wearing the same shirt as a video that I did yesterday. I might be going away this weekend, so I want to pre-record some of these videos, but I'm gonna make sure that all of them are still relevant content on the date that they are published. So first I just want to say thank you to Jared. I'll play the replay here about the free stock that I got from him. And you know, if you sign up with Robinhood, you get a free stock, I get a free stock. I think you might have to plug in your bank account information, but my girlfriend plugged in and just had to put in 1 cent, and then you get like a $300 to $500 stock. So as you can see here, I got to scratch off the stock. It was worth $6.02. It was ADT, like the home security system. So that is a pretty fun thing to do. It's like playing a scratch off ticket, but you actually get money from it instead of spending money. The next one I'll show you is my girlfriend's stock, what she claimed from when I referred her just last weekend. I did make a video for that. If you want to see that, it's on my channel. And as you can see here, it was actually her first stock, and first stock that she's ever owned. And she actually gets a pretty good one here. When she scratches it off, she gets United States Steel, which is, I haven't really heard of them too much, but $7.66 stock. And she only spent about 5 minutes setting up the account. So, you know, for us both to get $7 stocks, basically, it's pretty good. So here's my video of my stock that I got from her. And I do have one more that someone hasn't gone through and made any kind of deposit, or it hasn't gone through on Robinhood yet. But as you can see here, I got another $7 stock. And then I also have a couple people that have done the WeBull links. So if you deposit $100 in a WeBull account, you do get 2 free stocks, and then I get, I think, 3 free stocks actually. So a pretty good value there. It is really easy to set up. It takes just a few minutes, and you get like a guaranteed 15% return because you get those 2 free stocks. And then you can sell them out and just take the money out afterwards if you want. But those are the free stocks that I got this week. Now, I do want to tell you, I do have a couple exciting things coming up. I have a collaboration with another YouTuber that I will be filming probably over the next day or two, and we'll be releasing it early next week. So subscribe to get that. That's going to be pretty fun. It's going to be some different ways that we make money and some different ways that we can invest and earn and stuff like that, and how much time and effort it takes. So I'm really excited to do that. I've been talking with him back and forth a little bit. And I also want to throw out there that I'm going to start taking emails. If you guys want to ask me some questions and send me an email with it, I would love to be able to add that to the end of some of my videos. So my email is myfinancialfriend18@gmail.com. I will put that in the description below. But if you have any questions, send it there. I would prefer less questions about like, what do you think about this stock? Just because that takes a lot of research to figure that out. And if I have 5 people that are asking that, it's going to take a lot. And usually it takes me a few hours to research a stock and figure out what I think about it, because I don't want to give you wrong information. So if you want to ask more general questions like, why am I investing the way I'm investing, or what do I think you should do? Of course, I'm not a financial advisor, but maybe you want to invest for financial independence and you want to know how to get started, stuff like that. So feel free to shoot them to that email, and I'll start talking about that. So I also want to say I am investing $5 per new subscriber. So I haven't invested in about a week, and I've grown 130 subs or something like that in a week. So the last time I invested, I got to about 248 people worth of $5 investments. So anyways, I have about 395 subscribers when I'm filming this, about to hit 400, so I really appreciate that, everyone. But I have to make a lot more investments now. I think that there are still good stocks in the market, and I did buy NAT and STNG this week, which brought me up to 265, and then I'm doing another $500 worth of deposits, so I'm up to 365 on that. So you know, I'm gonna invest more over time. Basically, if you've watched the channel, you know what I'm talking about more. So this week I bought Facebook That was the largest buy that I had. I just bought that today actually. And I've been kicking myself a little bit because I wish I had invested more back when it was 155, but I was still just slowly getting into the stock. I bought a good amount of shares for 155, and that's about what my cost basis was until today. They are the largest holding in my M1 portfolio besides my index fund that I had rolled over. They have about 10% of my portfolio, or just about $1,100. So I have been really excited with Facebook. They're growing a lot, even though they're a massive company, and they've been able to increase their earnings a lot. They've been able to even increase users, which you would think everyone knows about Facebook and Instagram, but they are still continuing to add users. And what they've done this week is they actually bought Jiffy or Giphy, the company that makes GIFs. That wasn't that big a deal. But then they also announced that they are starting a Facebook shop, which a lot of people don't really realize. That's different than Marketplace. With Marketplace, it's a lot of person-to-person, kind of like Craigslist, where you can list something and someone else can buy it. But Shops is going to be a way for businesses to sell their products on Facebook. So I'm not sure exactly how that's going to be set up yet, probably just regionally again, but maybe it's going to be more nationally. It is a type of e-commerce. So if you know what Shopify is, they are going to be a competition for Shopify. And Shopify is selling at crazy levels. They are unprofitable, but they are worth a market cap of like 85 billion or something like that. So a lot of people think this area is going to grow a lot, and it has grown a lot in our daily lives. People buying stuff online. So if Facebook gets into this, they're going to make a ton of money. And the thing with Facebook is they don't need to make money off of the transaction. So they don't need to charge you extra to use their business as much. They can benefit a lot just from people being on their site and the advertisements. So if you're buying a product, let's say you're buying candles off of Facebook, and you can advertise for a different company that also makes candles, it's going to be very specific in the advertisements that they can place. So it's going to really have a high rate that they can charge people because they're so specific to what they're already buying. Like if you're already in the mood to buy something and then you get an ad for something very similar, you're probably more likely to buy that than if you had never even started shopping in the first place, or you hadn't started to buy anything. You might just say, oh, that looks like a really good ad. That seems like a really good value. I'm going to buy that too, just because I'm already here buying it. So I think that there's a lot of money to be made in there. A lot of analysts are saying this could account for $30 billion in revenue. If you haven't looked at Facebook's income statement recently, their revenue is at about $70 billion for this last year. That's been able to grow from $55 billion the year before and $40 billion the year before that, $27 billion the year before that. So it's increasing 20 to 50% a year, honestly. So it's a really big increase that they keep on adding each year, and they're saying 30 billion increase. So that's about a 40% increase or so to their revenue, to their top line. And if they can continue to do that, if they can get that in the next few years, that's going to be massive for the stock. The stock has been increasing. It's at $234 today. I bought it at $155 about a month ago, 2 months ago. So I've gotten about a 50% return just over the last few months, and I added another $400 worth of stock in it today. So I also bought Berkshire Hathaway. Now, I like Berkshire because it is a hedge against a downturn in the market. I think that they will do much better than the other stocks because they own so much cash. A large amount of their market cap is just cash because they have $130 billion. And I think that they are just a cash cow still. They make a lot of money. Their goal isn't to make money off of capital appreciation. Their goal is really to increase their book value every year. So you're getting tangible money and tangible earnings each year instead of just buying into a stock that has a lot of growth potential. So they're a good hedge against everything else in the market. If the market goes down again, I think that Berkshire will hold pretty steady. And eventually the stimulus has to run out from the government, so Berkshire might be able to pick up some cheap deals. So I have been buying them over the last few weeks, and I think that they're still a good solution. And I will say too that I like Berkshire's approach and Warren Buffett's approach. He talks about not feeling bad about the market going up and down every day, and he talks about it as if you were to buy a farm. Say you bought 100 acres of a farm, you bought it for $100,000 or something, and the day you buy it, the next door neighbor says, I'll buy that for $99,000. I'll buy the farm for you right now. And you're like, okay, that wasn't the goal of this. The goal of it was to make money and to produce crops and stuff like that. And then he comes back the next day, I'll give you $101,000 for it. Well, no, I'm good. Okay, I'll give you $110,000 a week later. No, that's still not enough. I went through the work of getting this and I want to produce money from it, so I'm not going to sell it just because of speculation that it's worth more. So that's kind of what he talks about with stock. You have price quotes thrown to you all the time. A lot of the time the fundamentals haven't changed. There's no real change in value, but people just think that's worth more or less, so they're willing to give you different prices. So I really like that approach. That's kind of the approach I'm taking. I'm buying a lot of really good companies. They might be down just 5 or 10% from what they were before, and they might earn a lot less over the next year. But after that, I think that these are going to be great companies again. I think they're going to make a lot of money. So that is the approach that I'm taking now. So the other stocks that I bought were actually NAT stock, which a lot of people have been buying and talking about. And I increased this because they dropped about 10% from when I bought in last. And they also introduced and declared a new dividend. So they declared the dividend for Q2 of this year for 20 cents. And I think that they're going to earn a lot of money. They haven't given us the Q2 results about how much they've made. And I think that that's going to beat expectations by a significant amount. So I added a position more to my position in NAT. I also bought STNG, which is a stock that is also in the oil tanker space, but they're selling at a big discount to NAT. They're slated to make about $6 or $7 in earnings per share over the next year, and their stock price is right around 17. So I think that they're going to do really well. The analysts are saying that they're going to double in stock price over the next year, and they're actually half of the price that they were at the beginning of the year. They were about $39 or $40. So I think that a lot of that was just due to the fact that they have a lot of debt. They are much bigger and own a lot more ships than these other companies. So they had a large debt load, and I think that a lot of people thought that they were in a bad position, but with all the money that they're making, I think they'll be able to pay off the debt. They've also been able to push out some of the debt, so I think that they'll do well for the foreseeable future, and they're not just a play for the next month or two like some of these other tanker stocks. I think that they'll do really well over the next year or two. So those are the 4 stocks that I've been buying this week. I continue to keep on buying stocks because I think that there are good values out there. And I might switch up how often I buy. I might not buy every day because I don't really want to do the research every day to invest $50 or $100. So I might buy in these larger amounts, $200 to $500. And I understand for some of you this isn't a lot of money. For some of you this is more than you make in a significant amount of time. But it's all relative, so just take what I say with a grain of salt. I'm not a financial advisor, like I said earlier, so do your own research, but these are the opportunities that I see in the market, so I just wanted to tell you about those. Again, if you have any questions, like I said, send them to the email that I have below. I'm really excited to add this as part of my videos, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.